I'm showing we have 5:30, and I'll call the Law Enforcement Committee to order. And, first business is approval of minutes. Do I have a motion to
So
approve?
moved. Second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Second order is public comment. Anything on the agenda? Is there anybody here that would like to make a public comment as it relates to the agenda? Seeing none, we'll close public comment and move on. I think the only thing that we have, the original agenda, where we removed the camera, Axon camera system, taking that off, that'll come back again. I think the sheriff actually wanted to be here when that was discussed, and he had, is it okay to, shoulder surgery, so he's laid up at home, I guess, or hospital, or wherever he's at recovering. And
Call him in the middle of the day. It's a fun conversation.
Don't be tacking that.
Chief Deputy Lance Howell's here to cover the other items on the agenda.
Very short agenda, guys. First thing is notification to the civilian governing body, which is the county commission. And so we're starting with law enforcement, and it is required by presidential order since we're part of the demilitarized property through the LISO program that we have to put you on notice annually. And so this is our annual notification, and I've given you that. And if I can just go in front of the commission as just a notification, that is some of the items that we would ask for if there was any that came available through the military.
Are these items you're asking for, are these items that you have?
These are items that we could ask for. So we have to annually notify y'all that these are items that are on the list that we may or may not ask for if they became available.
No action, just notification.
That's correct. Next item
Do
is.
we need to make a motion, we approve that and send it on to
Yeah,
commission?
no,
No, it's
just a
no action, he
notification
just
only.
was letting us know,
Okay.
and that they're gonna, he's gonna make the whole commission aware
Okay.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next, number 2 on the agenda is our medical contract in the jail. We have recently changed our medical provider, providing some additional services back in the jail due to the expansion. So just Sheriff, let me make y'all aware, there was a contract signed by Director Maynard and approved by the county attorney. And it is an increase in services, but it will be covered in our existing budget. Not to say that we couldn't have some addition, not knowing where, medical's going these days with other inmates and what could pop up, but we have changed that contract. So, and we're moving forward with that. They took, new contract went into effect December 1st. And this company's called Fast Access Health, and they're out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Any questions about that?
I don't have a question about that, but what kind of relationship are you having with the hospital down here? Are you moving
Nothing's really changed. I mean, we're still, sending inmates down there as needed, as
Okay.
directed by the medical provider, and we're trying to pay our bills as we go.
But I think that's something that the new provider will save us some money.
We feel like there's gonna be some cost savings by the new medical provider. We've added some inmate services as far as additional staffing nurses during the week. So that's gonna give us stability. Not that we wanna run a hospital, cause we don't. Definitely don't,
But you're still working with that bill, right?
Absolutely.
Good.
Yes, sir.
No
Yes, sir.
further.
Motion to approve that
So moved.
contract?
So move.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Okay. Next thing is, and I gave the county attorney's assistant there a copy, we got another grant, free money from the state through the Tennessee Corrections Institute on the correction side. It was $14,330. It is all for training, and we're gonna use it for some additional AED and mannequin and first aid, and so it's mainly gonna be medical related stuff, but other training stuff in the jail. So it was 100% grant, that's what we qualified for, so.
Move to
first item-
approve.
Thank you.
Motion second, any discussion? All in favor?
And so one of your budget amendments is, and I know y'all have questioned this before, but $14,330 receiving from the state, going in an increase, and then also an increase in the budget of $14,300. So don't let the 28,660 scare you. It's only $14,330, and we would ask that you do a budget amendment and put that money 100% from a grant coming in and raising our budget. So we would ask for a motion.
Motion to approve budget amendment.
Move.
Second.
Motion second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And the last thing is, jail overtime, we're asking for an increase in that. I know the sheriff reported at a previous meeting back in October, we were almost fully staffed. Since that time, the staffing has dropped. We're in between 8 and 10 open positions again. So I want to give you 3 items that the reason, one thing that's affecting, contributing to a part of it. Part of it is the jail construction's been ongoing, so our kitchen is currently semi-down. Half of it is, the other half's in operation. But we've been having to staff that with somebody during the day, and extra staff, just to let people go in and out because of the construction in the kitchen. Also the construction ongoing in the back, in the medical part back there, so we're having to keep an extra staff member there. We're down 8 to 10. A lot of these are getting hired. They're accepting jobs in law enforcement from other departments. Some of them are not working out. The others, we're doing the best to keep them trained. And it's taken some time because a lot of these guys and girls that we're hiring are having to be put with FTOs. And then
Is this on the road or in the jail?
this is in the jail.
In the jail, okay.
So,
Along the kitchen thing, Lance, I think the, part of the, when we rebid or sent the jail addition or back out, they took the kitchen out of that in order
to refurbish part of this
refurbish
kitchen.
it. Right.
And there was a little money left in the construction, so once they got back there and started to evaluate what we were originally gonna do in the jail, they discovered some other issues. So they've actually went into this section of the jail and they're putting all new stainless steel walls in, fixing the ceiling, which needed to be done, and that's gonna help us in the future. And then lastly, another contributing cost is we've had numerous inmates that have had to be in the hospital, so that is 24/7 around the clock staffing there. And hey, that's just part of it. That's what we've got to do. And 2 of those inmates recently have been sent out to Nashville hospitals, which makes it that much tougher because it's more hours having to send officers sooner than later to do shift swaps. I'm not saying that's all the contributing factors, but that's some of them.
Motion to approve the amendment.
Move approved.
Second.
Motion second, any further discussion? All in
Propose
favor?
probably just propose a correction on that one. If
I'll put it
Chief
in.
Deputy agrees with me, I think the general fund is actually gonna be a decrease.
All right, so I put that in the wrong column.
Yes,
So
sir.
that needs to
That's
move
actually gonna
over.
be a decrease.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And just so
Okay,
you,
that's what I was fixing to ask, where's it coming from?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
decrease in the general fund.
Yeah.
So I threw it in the wrong column. That's an easy fix.
Yeah.
I'll email you that.
Yes,
The
sir.
corrected one in the morning.
Okay.
And just so you know, I did do a running total from July of 1 up to date based on open positions in the jail. And right now, I'm getting approximately $166,000 of money that's gonna come back of unfunded or unfilled position from July of 1 to December 1. So that right there just tells you that my calculation is there's $166,000, and that's gonna increase over time if we don't get all these filled. So that $50,000 is,
Null and void.
well, it's not null and void, but it will go back into the general fund at the end of the year. So
But
just-
you've got that money is what I'm saying.
We're robbing
For
Peter,
overtime.
we're robbing Peter and paying Paul with it, so you basically, yeah, we're gonna, I'm having to increase overtime expenses, but the salaries are not being paid out,
Okay.
that's already been budgeted.
We have that discussion all the time, and
Yeah, so,
the grant's correct.
so the way it goes into the accounting system, you're increasing revenue and increasing appropriation, so they're both increases.
That's going to 28.6, shouldn't it be?
No, it is what it should be. We can take it back the way we used to do it, but we wound up, several years ago, we wound up messing up by posting, stuff that should have been increases as decreases. And we got slapped on the wrist for it, so we decided we knew how to fix that. Call an
But
increase
both
an
of them are being
increase.
increased,
Yeah,
but the total amount still is 14,000 and not
Yeah.
the 28.
yeah.
Believe me, we've had this whole discussion.
No, and I'll bring it up every time we do it. 'Cause
It doesn't
look
make
ri-
sense,
It doesn't
but-
make any sense at all.
I trust that Aaron's correct.
Yeah, we'll take it back the old way. If you ever look at the school system's budget amendments, they look exactly like
No, I
that.
don't like it either, but.
I believe we had
It's just the way it's right.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, that's all I have.
Mr. Chairman, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Chief Deputy, you, the sheriff told me that you guys have built the Global Vision Bible Church in Mount Juliet for services rendered. How long has that been?
That was done shortly after that last event they had, and don't hold me to the date, but I'm gonna say that was in August.
60 days?
More.
More?
It's been more than 60
I've missed
days.
that many
When
meetings.
you provide services at the fairgrounds, doesn't Will's Promotion pay you all or part of what they do?
They have, we typically send them an invoice based on agreed upon amount, and they typically write me a check within 30 days. And we've been paid for,
Has it been 90 days yet on this
it
church?
has, it's very close if it is not. If you're asking me if we've been paid, I'm not aware of any payment to the county.
I spoke with the sheriff the other day, and he said they have not.
No.
And so, I just think, well, I'm just making a formal motion that after 90 days, whatever deemed necessary, the small claims general sessions or a collection agency be initiated to collect those monies we rendered, county taxpayer rendered those services, and it,
How many times have you sent it to them? I mean, have
Just
you-
that one time.
That one time.
now, the sheriff told me he sent it twice.
I'll have to double check on that, because I'm not sure, but I know we've sent it once.
Mount Juliet,
If you-
I don't know,
If
they
you-
sent one.
If you send it 3 times and they don't do anything, I
Yeah.
recommend making a collection.
I'm with you on that then.
Thank you, chief.
I'll be glad to double
One
check,
time,
and
no.
if we had notified them again, I will make sure that we do that.
Final
Okay.
note, number 3, final notice, you know. and-
Okay.
As much weight as this committee has on that, we have a motion to send them up to 3 letters and then take whatever action.
Legal action
That we need to
necessary,
take?
small claims court, general session, collection agency. I don't know where it needs to go. That's something this lady needs to tell us here.
I'll talk to Mike about it. He'll send it where it needs to go.
Ms. McFarland made a motion, I think.
That's for everybody though, right? Not just them.
Yeah,
That's for
absolutely.
everybody that owes us money, right?
If, under whatever that billing,
Yeah.
however they invoice, that's something I would say it's not typically done.
We don't do a lot of invoicing through the sheriff's office, but, that was one in particular that we did, because it was it was an event that popped up that we wanted to make sure we were prepared for,
You had the staff and plan, correct?
and we had a staff and plan in place, and so we sent them a bill based on that.
Motion,
One more thing.
did you make a second on that?
Yes, I did, but, so are you sending the bill to the fair then?
They do
So
I
that.
y'all
do.
do that?
Mhm.
So, but you get paid on time during the fair, I guess?
We've been paid for what we billed, and that's correct.
Yeah, but less than 90 days.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
just
When I
make sure
send them a
we ain't
bill, I
putting
got
them
it.
in the
Yeah,
code
I'm
blocked
saying,
in,
that's
okay.
cool.
We even pay on time. I've already.
Actually, I sent
School
them an
district.
invoice, and I got the check 2 days later, maybe.
To us?
Yeah. Matter of fact, it's laying on my desk. It was on my desk when
That's for the reimbursement of that was for the vehicle
and I have sent you an invoice for
pay.
the other, but, I mean, I just think it's better
It's
just
sitting
wait.
on my desk
Just do
because
it,
that was through December.
yeah. That is through December with no overtime.
Motion on the table, Mr. Chairman.
Got a motion, second, any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
I'll make sure we check on that tomorrow.
Any other questions? New business, old business?
Motion
One more
adjourned.
motion? Got a
Second.
motion, second, we're adjourned.